What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to ISW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Unlucky Morpheus, Cadaver and Revadac. This was requested by Paul, Fatalistic Viking, over on my Buy Me a Coffee page. Thank you so much for your support, Paul. I really appreciate it. He wrote that this is a must-see and he's never seen another band write a song like this. They play it forwards and then backwards. Here is a version that has some sheet music to help see what they're doing. And that sounds really interesting because I've never seen anything like that or heard about anything like that before as well. So I'm guessing I'm assuming it's like a palindrome, and that's such a crazy and creative idea. And I'm really excited to see how they did it and how they executed it. If you want to be like Paul and support me and my channel and get your requests reacted to as fast as possible, the link to my Buy Me a Coffee page is in the description, or you can scan the QR code. Thank you very much. Before we start, please also leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it. It scared me a little bit. Like the rhythm. She has such a great voice, and I love those riffs. Great harmonies. really powerful. I'm so excited how this sounds now. Sounds just as cool. Really cool too, that part. Violin part was almost better backwards. Wow. I didn't think this would be possible in such a perfect way. It's so creative and it must need so much musical knowledge and talent, of course, to create something like this. Just writing the melodies and the chord progressions in the first place with having in mind that it has to work both ways is crazy. But It's so cool. These are my third and fourth songs by Unlucky Morpheus, so to say, that I've heard, and I loved the previous two. I love these two. It also has this style of symphonic, neoclassical power metal, definitely really theatrical, really dramatic, kind of dark, this one. It had so many great melodic guitar riffs, a lot of shredding, and so cool that it worked both ways. Of course, with kind of a different dynamic in those riffs, or especially in those solos. For example, one guitar solo in Cadaver ended in those longer high notes, and of course backwards it started with those and then build up into more of the shredding part. That's so interesting that it works both ways and is cool in its own unique vibe. What's of course special with Unlucky Morpheus, like in the two previous songs, is the violin. I love it, how it's incorporated again. I love the violin as an instrument. I love it with metal. I think it fits really well. I think it had great parts here, really melodic, really beautiful. Like I said, while the song was playing, there was one violin section that I almost found better backwards. It sounded even more fitting. I don't know why, but that's definitely something that makes Unlucky Morpheus special and unique and stand out for me, the way they work the violin in, create this symphonic metal vibe, and it's just unique atmosphere. Obviously, one big reason for why this song is so energetic, so powerful, are the drums. Really forward driving in of course both parts. A lot of double kick use, which of course makes it a little easier to work both ways, because it has a little less accentuations and is pretty steady, so to say. And for example, in the chorus, just give this one big soundscape, so to say, that kind of sounds the same forwards and backwards. But there were of course some great drum fills too in Cadaver, often going from the higher toms to the lower toms, and the other way around in Revadac. And there's this one section that I really like that has this cool rhythm where the drums are a big part to create this moment in the song, where there are some stops in the instrumentation and cymbal hits and then some snare rolls, I think it is. And that was a really interesting thing to see in both songs, because of course in Cadaver he went like on the snare and then on the crash and again and again, and on Revadac of course starting with the crash, which would be kind of unusual, you would think, but it sounded awesome. Did I already talk about the guitar harmonies? I don't know, I will see while editing, but I loved that part when they were having their solo together, so to say. The guitars complemented each other very well, and then when they were playing together, that sounded really beautiful while still being technically impressive. The lyrics in Cadaver are like a poetic depiction of death, I think. Of course, also because of the title. But it's also kind of spiritual, I feel like. Because it's talking about death more in this physical way, but also like the questions to what happens with the soul and things like that. Yeah, that's kind of linked to the physical death. And I think Revadac is then talking about the wish of bringing a beloved one back to life. It kind of feels like a yearning for reunion also with kind of a spiritual vibe that goes with it. It's all written really mystical, and that of course fits the atmosphere of the songs. So it could very well be that I'm wrong on the meaning here or on the topic of the lyrics, so please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for the request, Paul. I'm really impressed by this. Something really unique, really special. Never seen anything like that before. The amount of talent and knowledge and creativity to have an idea like that and then execute it this perfectly is really outstanding. So I totally love the concept, love the idea, but also love the songs and the sound standing by themselves. So that's even more impressive. Not only that it works kinda, but that both are really good songs with great power, great energy, really fast-paced, dark, theatrical power metal with the violin that's really unique, great shredded guitar riffs and solos, forward-driving drums, an awesome vocalist. I love the voice, I love the delivery of her. I think especially in Revadac, the chorus was even more catchy for me. So all around a great experience. So thank you very much. If you have any other songs by them or any other artists you would like me to check out, please let me know. And if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.